Hell yeah. You ready to do the thing?
You're ready.
I'm ready, bro. You said that this thing is gonna have wheels and tires and I can drive it today, right?
Yes, this thing is going on the ground. We're gonna check everything out, get the wheels and tires on, which I know you're excited about because...
Dude, I don't know what makes you think I'm excited, but I'm ready to go. Like, put me in the game, coach. Ferrari, baby. #1. So this car, it runs. Some big things are gonna happen in this video, you guys. We're really excited. If you guys, by the way, are loving all the hard work that Mike's put into this car, Tim's put into this car, and I'm super grateful for, smash the subscribe button right now because it's about to get elevated from here on out.
Yep.
Things are gonna come together really good as long as there's no big hiccups or snags. And even in this video, there's gonna be some big things. So
yeah,
we got a set of wheels.
We got some new wheels.
And we happen to have tires in stock because XComp, who sponsor us for tires, they run a tire size that's going to work for what Mike wanted. It idles, it runs, but it needs to go to the dyno, and the only way to dyno this car are with wheels and tires.
Yeah, exactly. And we need to make sure that all the stuff in the drivetrain is good too. So we need to check the operation of the clutch, bang some gears, get the wheels turning, get the diff turning.
This thing's gonna run under its own power.
It will. It will.
Now, are we gonna send it in at 100 miles an hour? No. Probably like 95. All right, yeah. What's step 1, buddy?
First thing we're gonna do is the drivetrain stuff. So I think the drive shaft, yes, the drive shaft.
The drive shaft's carbon.
Yeah.
Holy shnikes. Mia.
Yes.
Big things are happening today. Guess what we're gonna do?
What are we doing?
Drive the twin turbo F12 for the first time under its own power.
You're driving it?
Yes. Whole car is gonna come together, put it on the ground.
Do burnouts? Not yet, not yet, not yet. Let's get it on the ground first.
Drive shaft. Look at this thing.
Holy.
It's carbon fiber.
Is that the normal size of drive shafts?
This is made for 2,000 horsepower. We need to make sure that it's gonna handle all the power.
2000. Yes.
2,000 horsepower.
Not 200. 2,000.
Holy.
Yeah, so this is a piece of art right here that was custom made for the F12 Drive Shaft Pro.
That makes sense.
Yep.
Kind of like, what do you do for work? Daily driven exotics.
It's right to the point.
I like them. I like them already.
We're gonna put the drive shaft in. I'm gonna make a bracket to hold the water lines. Then we'll check the clutch, make sure that the clutch operates correctly. Set the clutch stop, because that's really important. You don't wanna overextend the fingers on the clutch. Wheels and tires, we can stick those on here. Good to go. I mean, you can see the fire system from the bottom now.
Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, I haven't seen any of this stuff because I wasn't really around when the car was in the air. But man, these are big boys.
Yeah.
Like, you don't really understand how big they are, but like, look at the size of I got big hands. Look at that.
They're a pretty thick walled tube to make sure that, or hose to make sure it doesn't get damaged.
And
that's
those
cool.
big ass you have, this thing could be like sitting there revving the piss out of it and not overheat.
Not overheat the water, correct. And then we also have fans on the intercooler, which also has the oil cooler behind it, so it should move a lot of air and keep things cool. Exhaust, on the other hand, will get very hot and start glowing red, but yeah.
What's 3.97 mean?
That is the current gear ratio on the quick change that I put in. So it's a 412 ring and pinion,
okay.
But basically that back cover, you pop that off and you pop a set of gears in there. Actually, I have some more, I'll show you. They're pretty cool looking.
And you were saying like we can literally have every mile per hour if we wanted to for like $3 grand. Holy crap, those are cool.
It's insane that how nice these gears are and how inexpensive they are. It's literally like 100 to 120 bucks for the pair of gears that can handle an insane amount of power.
That's really cool, man.
Yeah.
Oh wow, they're like really smooth to touch.
Yeah, they do like a...
They are as heavy as they look.
Yeah, they're
like,
solid.
Feel that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, big one's gonna be heavy. Oh yeah. I'm gonna get a set of these and just like, you know.
How much are these?
Like 120 bucks.
How do they make that for $100?
I know, right?
And be profitable.
Dude, they sell a lot because obviously there's a lot of, they use these in like circle track racing too. Pop the cover off, put a new set of gears in there and just dial the car in.
That's sick. Do it, shaft time. Bend over, Dave. Tim, welcome.
Yeah. Hello.
Toss it up there.
You need to tilt it a little bit.
Yep.
It's actually a pretty short drive shaft. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
The factory was probably a lot longer, wasn't it?
The transmission was in the back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it
was a very
pretty
different setup.
Very different.
How cool is that? Ferrari got it wrong.
Making Ferraris cool again.
Taparoo. Taparoo.
Tap it in.
Tap it in. Go to your home, Shaft.
All right, we're there.
For those Tim.
No, we're good. We're good.
Welcome back to the vlog, Tim. What are those, Tim? Drops a nut, rolls away.
Don't worry, that's normal.
What were those? Did you drop another one? Bro.
No. This is normal. This is normal.
Bro.
This is normal.
Hey, you worked with him for a long time. This is normal.
This is a chromoly
Holy moly.
machine piece. This is the normal one.
From a truck?
It basically, yeah.
Look at the difference. Obviously, this is a...
We use that. I've used this a ton and never had one fail. But I saw that these, I didn't see these before. These
And
must
money
be
is no
new.
object. So
Yeah, so these are $120. These are 12. But
That's $12. That's 120.
yes.
It's
I
actually
like that.
machined,
But it is
perfect.
nice. And like, I mean, everything on this car is nice. So why not, spend the extra
Because the
$100?
audience sees this and goes, I'm watching that video.
No expense was spared.
No.
Like none.
Literally 10 times
You have
the amount.
no inheritance. But when your dad's gone, you'll have a twin turbo F12 drift car. Built by Uncle Michael Essa. Tim,
Yeah,
your hands are on my shaft, buddy.
that's true.
Why do they have to make gear oil smell so bad?
I think they do it on purpose. They're like, you know what? Let's make this just absolutely disgusting. And they succeeded. This is the last bit of fluid to go in the car.
Last step. There you go. There's the trans. That's what you did up?
Yep.
Handy,
Quick, easy.
handy.
It holds the lines in, nice and solid in there.
That's cool. These things are huge. Look at that shaft. Whoa.
Looking good in there. All right, so we got all the fluids in here now. Next thing we're gonna do, torque the rear axles, because we got those in.
That's probably a good idea.
That one we want to torque. So we'll torque that. And we'll put the steering shaft in, get the wheels and tires mounted up.
Ooh.
Put those on the car. Yep.
That's exciting because you guys haven't seen the wheels, and it's been a bit of a challenge trying to find the sizing and everything that Mike wanted for this car, because it's specific to the way that the car's going to handle for obviously sliding it, but also to get the tires set up right and all that sort of stuff, and to get tires that are going to work that are not really expensive.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't about to go to Michelin or Pirelli and be like, hey, we need like 500 tires.
I've driven on a lot of tires, and there are only a few tires that actually really work and are really consistent for drifting. And luckily, XComp makes those tires. So we are not looking for this thing to have an insane amount of grip. Like if it was a pro drift car in the finals, fully gripped up, where you're just fighting the car the whole time and it's like really twitchy, we want like 5% less grip than that. We want it to be grippy, we want it to be fast, we want it to be really smooth. And I think the XComps are gonna work really well for that.
Hell yeah. All right, you guys, we need to thank today's sponsor because they are helping us with this video, and it's a big one. The very first drive in the epic twin turbo F12. So get excited. I need to make sure my footwear is right, because if you play basketball, you wear basketball shoes. If you're driving a twin turbo F12, you're wearing driving shoes. So get a set of the Pilotis. This is the drift. They are amazing. The feel, the pedal feel, it truly does. No BS. It enhances your driving experience. There'll be a link in description. There'll also be a pinned comment. Smash that and go and get the biggest discount they've ever given. 25% off these handmade in Portugal shoes. They're beautiful, Italian leather, suede. So go pick them out. Simply go to Piloti.com, use the discount code VAULTDDE25. Again, that is Piloti.com, and you're gonna use discount code VAULTDDE25. So get excited. I'm super pumped, and we need to wear our Piloti shoes, and we're gonna get in the twin turbo F12. You guys, like, it's actually breaking my brain to think that that car is not only running and sounds ridiculous if you haven't heard it, but I'm actually gonna be able to drive it. So get fired up. I'll see you guys in the video. Whoa, things are happening.
All right.
Charge pipes.
Safety seals coming off.
These are cool. These are so light. Hold that.
Oh, that's not what I was expecting.
Right?
Did Mike make those?
Mike made all this stuff.
Sean made some of it too.
Actually, so we gotta give Sean a lot of credit because Sean did the welding, but did he weld these specifically?
I think he did weld those ones. I think
right.
I welded the top ones.
All right. And he did,
think you do, actually,
and he did all the manifolds, right? You did all the top ones?
Yeah, I did all the top ones. I mean,
And who did all this? Who did all?
welded all of the intercooler stuff.
Yeah.
Not the inlet tubes. I did those after.
Had a few drinks that night right there, right? By the way, we love Sean, and I know you guys love Sean too, but we didn't have anything else for Sean to weld at the moment, and Sean makes a living welding stuff, so that's why Sean's not here. It's all coming together. And now, what's funny is Mia wants to learn a lot of this stuff because she was saying...
Not a lot. Whoa. Not a lot. I want to learn like some of the basics because I'm more hands-on. This is not the basics.
This is basic. This is really simple. Straightforward.
When the car was in the air, Mia was asking about stuff under the car, and I actually explained the turbos, how the turbo system works, what the dump tubes were for the wastegate, all that stuff. Well, Mike was standing here, and then I looked over at Mike and said, did I do a pretty good job of explaining that? And he was like, yeah, actually, perfect.
Pretty spot on.
He plays dumb for you guys, this guy.
I do. The irony is, I could probably do a lot more. I just don't want to. I just want to drive the car. And if you don't like me for that, cool, get in line. What are we doing there, Tim?
Oh, they're trying to line this up.
Are you trying to get that bolt seated?
Got him.
I was just asking Mike. I thought these were like plastic, and I was like, what happens when like this gets hot and melts all this stuff? And he's like, well, it's not plastic, Damon. It's Teflon. And Dave called it a forever.
It's a forever chemical that goes in your body and it's with you forever.
Look at that. Piece of me forever.
Okay.
These withstand.
It's about 600 degrees and about 600 PSI.
Damn.
600 PSI?
That's very deceiving.
Fail before that
The
one.
fitting would fail. Yeah, I think the fittings are good for 150 PSI. We're gonna run a maximum of 30 pounds of boost, so we're way
what you
above.
think.
That's what you think.
Well, beer?
Oh, the driver's seat, buddy.
There's a thing in the way.
You got this. Dude, are you excited to take this thing to the dyno?
Yeah, I can't wait to hear it like fully unleashed.
Yeah, I got you an early Christmas present. You want to unwrap it for us? Thank you.
Oh, yeah,
Appreciate
sure.
you doing that. Yeah, get on that. Yeah.
This is so exciting.
Oh, I know.
I wonder what it could
Use
be.
those nails for something.
I wonder what it could be. Oh,
I like surprises. Oh, by the way, it's a bit greasy. Be careful for that.
Yeah,
We'll
thanks.
That's good. Just leave it there, yeah.
My buddy Jay Berry, who owns Ignite, he literally has a farm in Indiana. He grows the corn, he harvests the corn, he has the mills, he turns it into alcohol, and then he sells a lot of it to cosmetics companies and alcohol companies, like so they'll make whiskey and vodka and all this stuff out of it, and then he makes some of it into race gas.
That's a cool story. That's cool.
He's a very cool guy. I really like
rad.
hanging out with Jay.
What's his email address? We're gonna need some sponsored fuel around here.
Oh, don't worry about that. We got that.
Yes!
Let's see if we put 10 gallons in.
Oh, yeah, hold on. Yep, it's good.
It's the good stuff.
Oh, I forgot I quit drinking.
Your F12 has a drinking problem
Yeah,
now.
it probably does, hey?
It's addicted to alcohol.
When this thing's tuned, how much time is it gonna take to go through what's in there?
So, okay, in my car, which made 1,100 horsepower to the wheels, we would go through a set of tires in 2 laps, and it would use about 3 gallons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy
so about
crap.
a minute of track time is about 3 gallons. In my car, this makes more power.
And how much is this?
This is a 10-gallon tank.
So 6 laps and it's gonna be, I have a gallon left.
Yes, but
Damn!
that's why we got the quick.
What was that guy's name again?
He's gonna be a good buddy of yours.
The fuel guy. Mike's gonna snake you guys. Listen, this wasn't my idea.
Yeah, you-
I just
you wanted
said
to reveal the
I
wheels.
just said, should we reveal the wheels and all that? And Mike's like, well, we really do need to.
Well, we still have to set the clutch stop, which means we have to start the car, we have to turn the wheels, or we can just turn the brakes, make sure that the clutch releases in the right spot, set that stop, and then we'll start it up and we'll run it through the gears a little bit, make sure everything looks good, and then we can put the wheels on.
All right, man.
There's an order to this.
All right, man, we're doing it. Stick around if you want to know what the wheels look like.
Anyway, stick around because we're gonna drive the car.
We're gonna drive it.
So,
And smash the subscribe button if you didn't listen to me at the beginning of the video. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Do it.
Are you ready for this? Mike's gonna do a burnout in the air with no wheels.
What?
Ready?
how do you even do a burnout in the air? With
Well,
no
you're
wheels?
about to find out. You are about to find out. Mike's gonna slay the air.
All right, I'm gonna turn it on.
Bro, what do we got here? Shout out to XComp, you guys. You need some tires for your car. These are honestly amazing tires. They got the performance, they got the grip, and they also don't wear the hell out too quick. All right, guys, it is time to reveal the wheel that we chose for the F12 for the testing phase. We are working on a custom wheel with this company to do something for the F12, but again, until the body kit is designed, we know exactly the dimensions. This is the wheel we're gonna use for all the dynos, the testing, the shakedowns, and it is by Apex. Apex is huge into motorsports, and they wanted to basically partner up with us because this is a motorsports level car, because race car. They're gonna make custom wheels. Now, with a drift car, how many wheels do you need, Tim? 1 or 2?
No, yeah,
how many?
I would say at least 12 rears.
12 sets of rears. Think about that. So they're gonna end up making we're gonna end up having like 30 sets like this. This is the rear.
And the cool thing about these is they have these little grooves on the inside and the outside.
So what do the grooves do?
So they keep the tire locked better, and like some wheels are just flat here. Like, and we notice it on like drift cars a lot, where in FD when we run like the super low tire pressure, the tire will actually spin on the rim.
So but this helps it from doing that.
Yeah.
So you're happy with that?
That is very important. You have so much grip, so much power, and it's such a weird feeling when you're sliding sideways and you give it more power and the engine revs up. It feels like the clutch slips, but the car doesn't move forward because you're literally melting the tires against the rims. It is crazy.
That's wild. So this is gonna help prevent that because they design and engineer motorsports level stuff into their wheels, and they love making specific wheels for specific makes and models. The best part is this is a forged wheel. It's a beautiful
light too. It is a very well built wheel.
They're actually the same company that Jason is gonna run on his Aston Martin that he ran on his previous Aston. I've wanted to work with Apex for a while, and it wasn't until some things fell through with another wheel company and we were all in limbo over a bunch of legal stuff that they were dealing with, and it turns out that legal stuff worked out in a way that, well, we won't be working with them anymore. Let's just put it that way. And it's got nothing to do with the team or anything like that. We won't go down that rabbit hole too much, but now we can work with some different wheel brands, and Apex is definitely the top of the list because I want to work with them due to the motorsports inspired look. I love the look of these wheels, and I also love the functionality.
That's so light.
And I'm not just strong, like that is really light. Look at those. These are gonna look sick on the F12.
Yeah, they are really gonna look good.
Damn. So cool. Feel how light that is. These are the wheels for the F12. It's cool to see how much wider, dude, the front track is on this thing. Holy crap. You pay him? You pay him? Hold on, give me this. There you go. Just take the whole thing. Go. Pin, I give you the pin. I'll text it to you.
Around. Has an old on him in there.
Can we turn the wheels to see the angle? Oh snap. Dude, holy crap. You can see the whole backside of that wheel. Look at the angle. like from this side?
I think we have about 60, between 60 and 65 degrees. We still have to set everything up and do all the alignment to get that like exact number, but yeah, it's a good amount.
She's no joke.
Yeah.
Well, you guys, we got to give a huge shout out to Michael Essa and Tim. What seemed like it was dragging on forever and ever and ever because of, honestly, me taking these guys off of this project a couple of times to build things that just needed to be built to keep the company going. We make videos here. That's the #1 priority, to keep you guys entertained and also to obviously fund and pay all the bills. So sometimes we had to pull them off. The last few months I said, look, we're not gonna bug you, Mike. We're not gonna make you do anything, but go flat out on this car. And he was like, green light, let's go. And this is the result, look at this. Look how quickly now it seemed like it came together, right? That's really freaking impressive, man.
Yeah, I mean, literally this thing is suspension setup and a dyno tune away from just 5th and 6th gear, 100-mile-an-hour plus drifts. So we are really close right now.
Huge shout out to Mike, thank you, bro. You killed it. This thing's amazing. I think
this has been an absolutely amazing project. I loved just designing and building this whole thing with your vision, right?
Wow.
What you wanted to do, and just being able to implement that and actually have the car like drivable right now. Dude, it's so awesome.
It's really cool. Tim, thank you, bro. Don't worry about the glove after all this. After everything we've been through, just keep the glove on next time, actually.
Okay.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate you. Sometimes we're always talking on this channel, which we do. And we do that for the fun, the banter, that entourage feel. And at the end of the day, some people take it really seriously when we give each other a hard time and bust each other's balls. But off camera, it's all love. Like, seriously, you guys. I'm super grateful. And as much as sometimes Dave and I act like spoiled little brats with Lamborghinis, that's all just for show. We're super grateful. You what?
I only have one Lamborghini, just so we're clear. You got more than one. I only have one.
Why you gotta bring that up, bro? So now, Mike, you're firing this thing up and you're gonna do some gear pulls just to get things like the transmission moving?
Yeah, exactly. So I want to rotate
time.
the drive shaft, the diff, the axles, make sure all that stuff is good before we put it on the ground. And then what is that noise? Like something's weird. So we can really tell a lot.
Make sure it's bolted up.
Yes.
And
Yes.
tight.
And tight. And torqued and all good.
All right.
So.
That sounds so
Oh, it's crazy, eh?
The rear wheels are going to turn, so I won't touch them.
Good? Good. Ah! Blast zone! At idle, it sounds really cool at idle. It's got that V12 hum to it.
Yep.
Once this thing's all dialed in, man.
I can't wait until we can go past 4,000.
Oh. Imagine what this sounds like at 9,000. It is a serious piece of kit. With everything going on with the headers, the piping, the intake manifold. Dude, all of the piping down here. It's a mean looking car.
Dude, and right now we haven't even put any load or boost on it, so these dump pipes down here haven't opened up yet. Oh, it sounds so good with the spool.
Yeah, let's hear him again. go. Let's f***ing go. You know what the scariest part is? I don't know how to drive it.
It's a monster.
Imagine your first actual real drift car was this. I'm that guy.
Yep.
I gotta learn how to drift on this car. Or do I?
Maybe we should talk about that.
I have a plan. I recently met Ja Rule on Gumball. I told him I want to race his ass.
Yeah?
We're gonna put up pink slips and Monica. By the way, you guys, huge shout out to Mad Sweden, who engineered this insanely beautiful piece of art on the top of this engine. How sexy does that thing look? Looks really good, hey? Like just,
It's such a good centerpiece.
it's a great centerpiece. So just really want to give him props. We've never met him before. He just reached out.
Yeah, he reached out and I looked at his stuff, his other manifolds that he's done. I'm like, oh yeah, this is a guy I want to work with.
Yeah, what a legend. That's insane. It's so beautiful, and like when it's not on the car and you can actually look inside and actually add all the runners and everything, it's impressive. Especially because like he built all this, had never built one for an F12 before. This is a one-off, never seen this car, and it came perfect.
Yeah, literally sent a scan of this area to him, a couple dimensions, and then he came up with that.
That's freaking nuts.
Yeah.
Like, some people are really talented.
Yes.
And this guy is one of them. So keep your eye out for Mad Sweden, you guys. His products, we can vouch for them. And this is that moment everybody's been waiting for. That's right, the full wheel reveal where the car's actually on the ground. I gave you guys a couple little teasers while we were walking around, but now is when you're actually gonna get to visually see this car on the ground for the very first time on its new wheels, the new setup. It looks, even like this, insane.
She's on the ground, and damn, how mean does that look? We're close to the finish line.
Really close. Dude, this thing's on the ground with everything on it, and it looks sick.
Like technically, if this was tuned right now, you could go and drive this.
Yes.
It's like hard.
Yeah, I mean, that's really the only thing that's keeping us from turning the rev limiter up and really driving it hard is the fact that it is not tuned and we just have a base map in it. I put the rev limiter down to 4,000 RPM. That still sounds absolutely insane. Imagine that, but at 9,500 RPM.
So now what?
Well, if you're ready, you can hop in this thing, fire it up, put the clutch in, put it in gear, and roll this thing out of here.
Oh, that's a big deal, dude.
Just ignition and start?
Yeah.
And how do you put it in neutral and all that?
Okay, so
I could have took the wheel out.
there you go.
That was the most elegant first way of getting in here. Oh boy. Holy crap, it's setting in. This is cool.
The clutch is gonna have to be all the way down for it to disengage.
Okay.
Yep. Obviously the brakes have not been bedded in at all.
Okay.
So it's
They're
not
gonna
gonna
slide.
have good brakes. Yep. Other than that, you've got the ignition
That one.
and the
then
start. And if anything, you feel like anything's wrong,
Yeah.
you can hit the ignition. If it doesn't die, there's the kill switch right there. All you have to do is push this button and it will disconnect the battery.
So basically like push it this way.
No, straight down.
Straight down.
Yeah, go ahead and give it a try just so you know how it feels. Okay, that's it. All the power has been turned off.
And then this one,
That one swings in.
that turns it
Power's
on.
back on.
Okay. All right, that's easy.
And when you do put it in gear for the first time,
Yes.
push the brakes just to make sure, because we checked the clutch by rolling the car, making sure it's disengaging, but it could still drag a little bit. So you might put it in
Push
gear
the
and it's
car.
kind of lurch forward. We might
Okay.
have to fine tune that a little bit.
All right.
Right now it's in neutral. So go ahead and pull it back. Okay, now you're in first. Now try to push it forward. It's stuck, right? So pull that lever and then push it forward. Now you're in neutral. We don't have it set up though.
So it
that
just
hasn't
always
been
looks
set
like
up.
it's in neutral.
Yes.
That's a mind.
Yeah. We don't have power steering, so steering's gonna be super heavy.
It's okay, you work out.
Holy
Yeah.
crap. Dude, pull that.
I'm good.
Pull it as hard as you can.
I'm good.
That's tight, hey?
Yeah.
All right, you ready? Because once we do this, it's like this moment's never gonna happen again.
For the first time.
Like this moment.
Yeah.
You have not started this car yet, personally.
I have not.
I have, it's crazy.
This is your baby.
It's crazy to think that this was just like an idea in my head. And then you added to all those ideas And then the bank account added to all those ideas, which also thanks to Dave, because at the end of the day, you know, Dave owns part of the company and has to go along with my he likes it. He's said no before. It's not often.
My share is that zap shaft right there for that one. And I approved that. For that one, I'm getting a fight about.
Ignition. Start.
Yep.
Things are happening.
You know what's really cool? That like fact that the seat is just mounted to the
Literally to the floor.
like you can just, you can't really see it, but like, because it's actually, the way it idles really smooth, but the car has just that little bit of like, sense that energy into you that you're like,
You're in a race car.
when this thing wants to go, it's gonna be really hard.
Just a little bit of you.
Yeah, actually a lot.
No, it's too much.
It's real snappy, huh?
It's like a motorcycle. It is way snappier than when
Why
it was
is that?
factory. Why is it so crazy?
I mean, it's just a combination of the way we built the engine, the components that we use, the low friction stuff. The port injection should be about the same as so I don't think the injection really changed it, but the dual throttle's a good blend of the exhaust. It's not all choked up like it was before.
That's crazy. Look at this. That's crazy.
Dude, this thing is going to be out of control. Like, you can just tell from putting around in here, it's going to be out of control. What do you think?
Wild.
What do you think, Dave?
Looks good.
It's all the muscle to turn this thing. You can see the brakes here, it's going in circles.
Biggest thing.
It looks wild. It
looks
looks wild.
It's weird to see that car driving. I actually thought it never happened.
What?
No. We came this close to pulling the plug on that car.
First drift! First drift!
Wild.
All right.
Dude.
To do that right now? Did you approve that?
It's only going to 4,000.
Yeah,
Did you approve that?
we're on low RPM right now.
Very low.
So
Like,
and,
it won't go above. It won't go above 4. It's doing all that. Think about this. It's doing all that at 4,000 RPM.
Yeah.
It didn't go above 4, did it?
No.
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 Wait, what?
That's all 4,000
I have the
RPM.
rev limiter set to 4,000.
So much horsepower is that making right now like that?
I don't know, maybe 400. The chassis feels really solid, really stable. The suspension in the front, looking at how it drifted, right? And
Yeah.
how you added angle and how smooth it was and how like controlled it was without power steering.
Dude.
You can't make spine corrections.
No.
So literally you set it and it was smooth.
Yeah.
So
It's that throttle. It's that throttle control, Mike.
that's it.
Take it for a ride, please.
Yeah.
Take it for a ride. Seriously. Holy sh! How cool did it look once we started going?
Insane.
What that throttle's like now. You see it? Woo, woo, woo. So crazy looking.
Dude, it feels really good, but honestly, like, I'm so stretched out and I don't have the arm strength because it is so hard to steer.
told you
this
it's
thing
hard to
up.
drive.
Oh, I know. Power steering, once we get that pump installed and we get this thing tuned, holy sh**. Oh man, this thing is an absolute monster. Dude, what an animal. You killed it, bro. It is so sick.
Great work, you guys. Good work. The whole team. Good work.
All right, what's next?
Let's get started on the next project.
That's right.